everybody. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. Y'all know I got to get the setup correct. Hello, you guys. Hello, Red Fox. What's going on? I just talked to you, but hey. Let me get my hold on. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday, everybody. Wait a minute, y'all. Okay. Hello there. We made it another week. I did not talk to y'all last weekend, except Red Fox. I did talk to you. But in case y'all noticed, a little difference. Okay. You see? You see? Okay. We are rocking the natural today. I told you guys that I have been locked. So this marks my 2-month braid lock journey. Okay, super cool. So yeah, we wore it out today. We took pictures and the pictures look great. So we said, why not wear it out? But yes, I'm 2 months locked and loaded. Okay, F with me. Okay, you can't tell me nothing. Can't tell me nothing. I was already that girl. Okay, now you said she gonna be that girl with what? With her luscious locks, with her cute kinkies out. Yeah. So yes, I am showing off my locks today. But yeah, happy Sunday! Hi everyone. Hello. Normally, now that I'm in the lock community, reach out. All my people who are locked, drop a comment below. How long have you been locked? And I look forward to being part of the lock girlies and fellas. Yeah. Okay. So I lost my other set of glasses. That's one thing. Y'all shouldn't be surprised about that. So these are like my fashions. Hey, who was that? Jeanette. Hey, girl. Hey, Jeanette. How you been? Happy Sunday. So we got a couple things to talk about. It's a lot. This might be a lengthy live. I am currently, y'all know, last time I was on the live, I was cooking, right? Well, I dipped back because remember I told you I had 2 bags of yams, so I had to go get some. Okay. I just made the bag that I had. Anyway, so we got a lot of things to talk about today. I feel like I have my water on deck. Happy Sunday! What we're talking about is a lot. So come on in here. Have a seat. Okay, let's talk about it. Kandi and Todd are getting divorced. If y'all know, they're from the Real Housewives of Atlanta. We're going to talk about that for a quick second. We're going to talk about the church and the girl. We're going to talk about that. And y'all know I have lots to say on that, being that I'm a church baby. Y'all already know. Okay, we're going to talk about Porsha Williams, another Real Housewife of Atlanta star. We're going to talk about Porsha Williams and her relationship status or what she has going on. I'll have plenty to say about that. Yeah. We're going to talk about Panthers winning. I just got to sneak that in. I should have said that first, but we'll talk about that real quick. And I believe Black Friday shopping. There was a turkey that someone was selling for $700. And Papoose and Clarissa. All right. First of all, happy belated Thanksgiving. For everyone who celebrates the holiday, happy belated Thanksgiving. I hope it was great for you. I hope it was filling. I hope it was filled with love and joy and happiness and family and good times. And if you had to cuss your family out and tell them that their truth is not quite the right truth, kudos to you. Okay. Sometimes you're the black sheep of the family. Do your role. Just play your role right. Do it well. We had our gathering the week before Thanksgiving. I showed y'all I took food to my daughter. We had a great time, marvelous. So what did I do on Thanksgiving? I slept. All right. I slept. That's what I did. Got good rest and I ate spaghetti. I was craving spaghetti because we had already had our soul food the previous week. Okay, understood. Hello there, everyone. Hello. Who is that? Ashley. Hello. It's Ashley's birthday. Everybody tell Ashley happy birthday. Happy birthday, Ashley. How old are you? Um. I'm on somebody else's live, not mine. Do you think we should send orphans to prison? Did the orphan do a crime? Because if they did a crime, yeah, they need to go. Anywho, get into the thing. So I will check the comments, but for now, I do kind of want to talk about the things I want to talk about, and I will be looking at this because y'all know I can't see. These are again fashion glasses. Let me see what they look like on. Let me see. Do I need these on? Do they make me? Do it seem like I can see better? Does it seem like? But yeah, I will be getting some glasses in the near future for sure. Jeanette said, happy birthday. I love you. Hope you're doing good. I am. Love you back. You look like somebody. I don't know who that is, but thank you. Whatever. Whether it's a compliment or not, I am who I say I am. So I'll take it as a compliment. Anyway, get into the things. Kandi and Todd from Real Housewives of Atlanta. They were married, I believe, for 11 years. Y'all know I'm a reality connoisseur. Love reality shows, not as much now because it's trash and the reality isn't reality. Okay, they're fake AF, and y'all know. And I will not be cussing. I will not be cussing. But yes, it's not as real. It's scripted, and producers are telling them, "Hey, say this and do this," and I don't like that. What do I take pride in? I take pride in being genuine. But anyway, Kandi and Todd. Wait. Shout out to my Panthers for winning. We'll talk about that later. But anyway, Kandi and Todd were divorced. 11 years of marriage. And everybody's speculating on TikTok. Oh, it had to have been this person. It had to have been this person. Whatever. I honestly was going to share who I felt like it was. But I'm not going to do that. Thank God I thought about that thing. And Spirit said, don't you pick no side. Okay? Because people will judge. I've been judged and still am gonna be judged. Okay, me and Red Fox have realized that I don't give a F about others' opinions because I need no validation. All right, so there's that. Anyways, Kandi said on one of her podcasts, I believe that all the smiles and the all of that. She said, it wasn't all the way real all the time. It wasn't genuine. What I do respect about Kandi is she kept her shit quiet. Okay, she had some privacy. Now, do you owe a statement? Because yes, you were very public with your relationship. You don't owe it, but it would be nice. I told you, any public figure, if they share all the good and we're invested, I do feel like it's okay for you to kind of share some of the bad as well, but just let it, come with a lesson or something that somebody can grow or learn from. I'm with the shit. I like that. I like a good lesson. I don't like always going through them, but some of the things I've done for you guys, so you don't have to do it. And this is why I try to help as much as I possibly can. Anyway, so a lot of people are saying, we do know on Real Housewives of Atlanta, the Kandi was a workaholic, serial entrepreneur. Okay, very much boss lady, very much. The only thing that I saw concerning when I watched Real Housewives of Atlanta, y'all know I'm a mama. Y'all know I'm played by my two, right? Okay, so I have healthy relationships with my 25-year-old and my 17-year-old. Very healthy. I have a boy and a girl. Oldest is a girl. And I always put them as priority. I've never really put work priority over my kids, no man priority over my kids, but people do that. And I have a problem with it. But here we go. So Kandi seems to work. And, they got the nannies taking care of kids. That's the issue I saw. But he did. Todd said, at one time that you work a lot. But you work a lot. He works a lot. But can you scale it back? Because you keep on taking on new projects. But she did have almost, it seemed like to me, I don't know their business. My opinion. Understood? Okay. So in my opinion, she definitely had work a little bit higher than some other things that I wouldn't necessarily do, but me and Kandi are not the same. To me, it was alarming in a relationship, but I don't know what Todd was doing, what Todd wasn't. I heard Todd was going on dates, but they said Kandi was going on dates, and then Kandi was happy to announce that they were having threesomes in their marriage, and we're going to pause right here. So here's the thing. I can't say what the reason was, but there were things in the relationship that were kind of red flags that this might not last a lifetime, right? And the crazy thing is sometimes we can see other people's things, but we can't see our own. I was married. Divorcee here, been divorced for 12 years or whatever, never married again. Great guy, he's cool, whatever. Anyway, some of the red flags were in the beginning. I think some of the conversations they should have had prior to marriage weren't had. And to open up your relationship to whatever you want to, that is your bedroom. You could do whatever you like, but we are not going to pretend that certain things do not have consequences. are we? Y'all want to be fake today? Y'all want to be fake? Okay? Because we do know certain things that you allow in your relationship in the beginning can be a problem at the end. Certain things that we know, you know? That could be one of the factors. I'm not even saying that's the only, because I definitely believe there's more than one. Again, this is my what? Correct. Opinion. All right. Validation who talk your ish. Yeah, she kept her business hush hush. Exactly, Jeanette. Amen. Amen, Godiva. What's up, Crystal? So here's the thing: in y'all's relationships, these are the lessons we get in y'all's relationship. Just like Kandi did, she did a great job of keeping some of the most intimate problems or issues or whatever was going on in their relation private. She did put that smile on, but I feel like in a marriage or relationship, you're kind of to do that. Now, I do feel like now if you get y'all know where I'm gonna go with this. What should you tell? What should you tell to everybody? I done told y'all. Now, if he put his hands on you, she put that. Well, they don't. I say she too. I say girls shouldn't be putting their hands on me neither. You need to. When I say I've never experienced this, but if it ever, when I say that mug will have so many targets on his head, I don't give a shit about what your family say, what you think. If you touch me, okay, you don't want to do that. So those are the things you do tell. But anyway, I don't know what the issue was. I just think that marriage should be sacred. And some people are trying to conform to this whole traditional marriage that, hey, threesomes are great. Again, if that's your thing, that's your thing. But common sense, I'm sorry, because I got plenty of it. Plenty of it. Certain things you allow in your relationship, just like certain spirits you allow, you're allowing into something that's supposed to be so sacred is odd. Odd to me. Listening to how Todd was talking on the podcast, they're showing the little snippets of when Kandi was getting her hair done by the beautician. Some of the things he said, asking, well, if we wasn't together, he said he was saying that if they weren't together, that does he have permission to smash one of her friends? um, what man of mine has ever asked that? What man of anybody should be asking that? He said, if we're not together, can I smash or what? Okay, let's see. When someone put their hands on people, you're asking for trouble, and you are. The disrespect. That is disrespectful, Red Fox. That is disrespectful. Red Fox is a man and even says that is disrespectful. You don't say if we break up, well, I would never do that to a man. Either way, it's disrespectful. He kept saying things. And the mama said in the beginning it was a scheme that Todd had set up. Was it? Baby, I don't know. But here's the thing. I pray that because that is a trying time. They got kids involved and all these other things. I don't know who's at fault, but I really feel like because she said it's been brewing. So Todd did his dirt. My thing is always business. Now I had a relationship and we had an open relationship. He did f that up. So my question to Todd, even if how do you f up an open relationship, y'all? You have got to be something is not how I don't know. They were effing and having it open, and I don't know. Financials could have been an issue. That openness, because another thing when you have all these threesomes and all this carrying on, and you open, and then somebody gonna be off script. Whatever you had planned and set up and said, well, this is what we gonna do together. And why would you like? Anyway, then they said they had an issue at one point on Real Housewives with the sex issue because she was doing too much and he wasn't getting it. Oh, none of this is surprising because it was a lot of red flags that they had already said. I was like, did they not talk about some of this stuff beforehand? Anyway, I pray they get the healing that they need, the strength. I pray the kids are okay. Divorce is not good for it's not good for anybody. It's not the easiest thing. Mine was pretty, for me, it was easy to go through because, I start disconnecting before we even disconnect. You usually know way in advance. Like my ex, I told him, I gave him 3 months grace period. Like, get your stuff together. And then I politely packed up his stuff. Y'all, let me tell y'all something about me, okay? I consider myself to do things nicely, but sometimes they say it comes across as a little aggressive. I don't know. But I'm just saying all marriages may not work. And that's okay. We're not showing Todd titties today. But not all would, and it's okay. I would rather some of y'all, and let me not get offensive because y'all know my mouth get real, it get the going. I would rather you be smart and get out of relationships and marriages that aren't working versus stay in them so you can say, I got a man. Oh, I have a husband. I have a wife. No, no. So kudos for them just saying, hey, irreconcilable differences, whatever they said, good for them. She said, girl, you better sip your water. Why does it come in like that? Michael Jackson? Oh, because of the hair? Can I have his money, please? I wish. Anywho, but I don't want his mental issues. Anyway, so with that whole thing, it is very sad. And speaking of, since we already on Real Housewives of Atlanta, I'm gonna talk to y'all about my girl Porsha. A lot of y'all might not. I don't know if all y'all watch this, but you gonna hear about it today, okay? Because this is what I want to talk about real quick. It's my channel, Godiva Empress. Okay, so Porsha is, to me, hands down, the baddest housewife to ever put on TV. I don't care which chain you say. I love me some Porsha. I think she is the ultimate sexy. Porsha's body is absolutely insane. Porsha's face card, naturally beautiful. Porsha's just a pretty girl, just bad. And I feel like a lot of them hated on her. I didn't say nothing about her being, the smartest one out of them all. Doesn't matter. Porsha can get whoever. I feel like whatever man or woman that she wants, because Porsha is just that bad. Men say they don't need that with brains. They need a trophy, and she is that. Porsha is that. Anyway, Porsha is experimenting. They say she's dibbing and dabbing. She posted a picture, and I believe allegedly, I don't know, nothing's been proven, everything's alleged, we know that, everything except for who I am real, okay? But we're gonna say everything else is alleged. She posted a picture, and honey, the way that girl was holding her, did y'all see Portia's ass? Anyway, golly. Anyway, she had a hand on Portia's, grabbing that thing, whatever. So everybody said, okay, this might be boo, because she did say that she, had a man and she had a woman, but I ain't seen the man. But the girl is giving very much stud vibes, everyone is saying. And here we go on to the stud and lesbian talk. Well, here we go. Un momento, por favor. I feel like my nose is running. Y'all ready? Okay. So, like I stated before, unfortunately, I was born heterosexual. Very unfortunate, because I really get annoyed by men. And it's no secret to anybody, men really do get on my nerves. And if I could be anything else, then yeah, because Porsha, I feel like, I don't know, I can't call nobody's sexuality, but she did dib and dab in the past. So this is no surprise that Porsha is, on both teams or bi, because she's shown signs before. I just think Porsha needs to just kind of just sit down. You know what I'm saying? I love her. It's just becoming like, girl, what do we? Just take your time. If you can have any man you want, like something is missing or something. You're not, I don't want to say marketing yourself in the right places, but baby, I don't know if you're in the wrong country or something. I'm just saying, like, Porsha, just long as it's genuine, because I'm not here to judge. I am here to judge, actually. Don't get it twisted. I'm a judge just like you judge me. But I'm saying if she is into, the bi thing, cool. But don't you hurt that girl's feelings because you want to be experimental and you want it for a storyline and you just pretending like you so damaged from men that you just gonna cross over because word on the curb or what I heard is women ain't no better. I told my Facebook several times. I said I'm about to cross over because I done had enough. I am sick of these men. Finito. I'm done. Over it. I'm tired of being hetero. I don't want to do it no more. I don't want to. But clearly the gods, the ancestors, the heavens, they ain't listening. Cause I'm just as stuck loving DICK as I want to be. And it is so unfortunate. And I feel like Porsha is kind of like a a D space K lover at heart. That's just how I feel. I could be wrong, but it takes one to know one, and she just come across with like she loved the D. Anywho, so with Porsha, yes, she has this picture. I say the best of luck to Porsha, with whatever she got going on, girl. But my advice, and you ain't got to listen to me because you don't. I think we the same age. Yeah, she looks so good though. The girl is bad. If I was that, I know they be wanting to. I know her hiney hole gets 8 morning, noon, and not like it's just. I'm just. She is very sexy to me. Very sexy. Anyway, I wish her the best, but I just hope that she's just doing this because she's genuinely and she's healed and she's just wanting to do these things, not because it's um, not just because it's a a storyline or something to do. I think. Yeah. Anyway, carry on with her bad self. So fine. She's so fine. Jeanette, did you know that? That's what us Virgos do. Who a Virgo? Porsha is not Virgo. I don't think she's a Virgo. Okay. So that was that. I don't know what happened, and I don't think we got a politics corner. I didn't say that one, but yeah. Again, my Panthers won today. Super, 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 super good game. My throat was sore. Red Fox throat was sore. We came to play because we was embarrassed about our last game that we played on Monday. Came back super, super excited, super stoked. So that took a lot of my energy. I was hollering, my throat was hurting, screaming. Yes, I am a Panthers fan. If y'all didn't know, I was supposed to put the hat on, but that was if I was gonna wear a wig, and I didn't want to cover up my locks today. So anyway, um, congratulations to them. Also, what we will be talking about is I didn't tell y'all my story time. Hold on, y'all. I'm gonna get back into the things. Do y'all want a good story? So y'all know my life is very entertaining, right? By default, it just is. It's something all the time. So let me tell y'all a little bit of my business really quickly. So it was a couple weeks ago, okay? And I said y'all gonna judge me regardless, but I don't care. Hit the like button so I can continue to be judged. So I was waking up in the morning going to get gas because I get gas. Sometimes I live far from my job right now because I'm onto bigger and better things, but that distance is a little bigger and better until I relocate. So I'm going to the gas station and I don't know. I think I was outside of my body for a second because I don't know. It felt like I was high or drunk or something. But the way I tried to slide past that car and that gas pump, knowing good and damn well it wasn't enough room, and then backed up and did it again, something was terribly off that morning. I don't know if it was, I don't know, lack of sleep or something. Anyway, I hit the lady's car. It happened to be a Lexus, and I did it twice. So I'm looking, y'all, I'm literally like, skirt, literally peeling the paint off our car, skirt, and I look just like that, trying to see who, literally, put it back, skirt, tripping. Don't know what, God, I don't know what was going on. Anyway, so you know what? I am a spiritual girly. So I feel bad about this. I can't just pull off, y'all. I can't hit the lady's car and pull off, because no, that's gonna come back on me, and my heart is heavy. Okay, but it's not heavy enough to tell the lady right away. It's just not. Okay, it's just not. So what did I do? I was like, well, first of all, so I'm trying to slide by. So I'm like, well, let me go all the way around the pump. So I'm going all the way around the pump. On the first pump was a black girl looking like about 20 something in her car, looking like, I know you fucking lying. She looked at me like, girl, you know how that meme is with Cardi B, like, I'ma tell it. That's what she looked like. So I was like, oh God, I got a damn in living color type out the window. You ain't heard it from me, but gonna tell everybody business type motherfucker that caught me. Ugh. Anyway, so I was like, okay, but remember, it's gonna come out some kind. Anyway, so she's looking at me. On the other side was a Hispanic man out of the truck. He was at the truck looking like. So everybody is visually judging me. Okay, holes in my entire car with their eyes like, I know this bitch is not finna. And I'm like, oh my God. So I was like, okay, so I'm like, I'm gonna take the pump with the young black girl who is looking at me. And when she move, I'm gonna let her know that, yeah, I'm still here. I ain't going nowhere. So maybe she can keep it moving and know that I'm gonna say something. Maybe. Man, she pulls out the gas pump, and I am parking where she was parked, going in to pay the gas because I had cash. This mug ain't went nowhere. By the time I come back out the store, the lady in the Lexus is like, somebody told me. I said, this motherfucker. Why that black girl go? She's sitting at the edge of the parking lot, and even went all the way out the gas station, looking out the window like, yeah, bitch, I see you. Yeah, I see you told the lady. I was gonna tell it. Anyway, so I told the lady, I was like, oh yeah, I was gonna come out and say that, I hit your car, and because I was just rushing, you know. Y'all, I cracked myself up. Like, by default, it's just, I get on my nerves so bad. Get on my nerves so bad sometimes. So anyway, the lady was like, okay, yeah. She was like, you got insurance? I said no. So, because we both trying to get to work anyway. We trying to get to work. It's 6 in the morning. Like, who got time for all these things? She was like, oh, okay. So I was like, here's my license. Take a picture of my license. When I get paid, you said 200 I could pay you? Cool. I'll pay you 200. Send it to your Cash App. That was it and done. Y'all, when I got paid, I'm like, okay, I'm going to Cash App the lady. Now, we called each other's phones, and I gave her a picture of my ID. So, I had good intentions. I text the lady the number. I'm like, I couldn't remember her name. And I was like, where's the number? So I go back to the number, y'all. Okay, hold on, bear with me. The story hold on. So I go back on that day. I'm on the phone with Red Fox. I'm like, Red Fox, like, I don't remember her name. And it's a Barbara Thomas on that day. I was like, maybe that's her. Maybe that's Barbara. She older black lady. Maybe that was her name. Barbara. Yeah. So I said, yeah, okay. Well, let me just text her. So here's where it gets crazy. This is the stuff I told you. I cannot make this stuff up. So I'm like, okay, I'm about to pay this lady, give her Cash App. I hit her car, and we made a out of insurance settlement off the books. I text her. I said, hey, this is Monique. What's your Cash App? The Cash App comes in, okay? It's Colonizer is the Cash App. I said, what? So I'm talking to Bestie, talking to best friend. I'm like, Best. Colonizer? Barbara is every bit of 57 years old. Okay. He was like, don't judge, Best. Don't judge. I said, okay, I ain't gonna judge. So y'all, anyway, so I go to the Cash App. I put it in there. In that bubble, you can see a picture. In that bubble comes up a Caucasian man like this. That ain't Barbara. Who the hell is this man? Who is? I said, Best, I'm not about to send no money to nobody. And he was like, that could be her boo. Don't. I said, Barbara is almost 60. Why would she be with a dude named Colin like on his profile? Uh-uh. You so plot thickens. I'm getting to the end of the story. It was so dramatic. I'm telling this to y'all because this be my life. And I always have a story for everything because this is family, friends, whatever. It could be something just me going trying to get to work. It be shit like this that happens. Very entertaining life. All the time. I have a story for everything. Anyway, so I text him back. I said, Colin, such and so. I said, this who I'm sending the money to? No response, right? So Friday goes by, and I'm like, look at God. I get to save $200. Cool. Look at God. I don't have to pay. I didn't hit this lady's car, but I ain't got to pay her because that somebody lying. I know that because I didn't get no response. Do y'all not know that next day I'm out there shopping? Shopping, about to spend my little extra money because look at God. The blessings are blessing. And I thank y'all. I thank y'all, God. Okay? For that lady. Yeah. Baby. Oh. I get a text saying, I'm about to report your license to the police department because you said you was going to pay me on Friday and you never did. Whoa, ma'am. Whoa. Well, first her name was not Barbara. So I think her name was it Deborah. Anyway, I said, whoa. No, ma'am. You ain't no need to do that. Ain't no need to do. Calm down. Okay. Just, first of all, calm down. Ain't no need to report nothing, ma'am. I have your money, okay? What happened was, and I told her, so clearly I was getting scammed, right? Clearly getting scammed, but it gets worse, y'all. I can't make this shit up. My story is taking a little bit longer, but it's so entertaining because this is real life. Y'all need to be careful out there. Moral of the story is be careful. Anyway, so I was like, oh, no. So I said, somebody was trying to scam me and whatever. I said, that number called and I thought it was you because it came up Barbara, but whatever. I guess that was some, I don't know what in the hell they had going on. But I was like, okay, I'll send you money. So I sent her. So she was like, oh, no. Then I had to talk to her. I said, well, let me talk to her and make sure her voice matched. I was like, okay, cool. And I sent her the money over and done with whatever. Do y'all not know the next day this damn person gonna text me, tell me some, hey, who are you? Mother, who are you? Didn't you try to scam me? I said, excuse. Then he calls me. Now, this is where I go a little, but this was for y'all. Okay. When I answered, this is for y'all. This part of the story was for you guys. Okay. Because Red Fox was on the other line. He was like, why are you gonna call back? Yes, I am. I'm gonna call back for entertainment purposes because I can go live for this. Okay. Not live, but my live. I got a story time. I did this for y'all. Answered the phone. He says, hello, who is this? I said, well, I don't really need to talk to you because you tried to scam me. He was like, no, Colin is my son. I'm John. And John sounds very much like he has a trailer that is close to rotting to the ground. He sounds like he smells a little bit, real big pot belly, gray hair in the back of the woods type. That's what he sounds like. I said, uh, yeah, I don't really want to talk to you like that. He's like, that's my son, da da da. He's like, I don't know what's going on. He said, I just woke up and uh I had blue dye in my mouth. I was gag tied to a bed. Whoa, there. You was tied to a bedpost with blue dye. What in the I said, you know what, sir? I am so sorry for whatever you're going through. Not really sure. Okay, not really sure what is going on. I said, I'm getting heavy, like creepy X-say undertones. I don't know what's going on. Please take my number. Your number and John's number was in an email. Excuse me? Listen, I don't know who had this phone before me, but I don't involve myself in any of those activities. Whatever y'all got, I promise to God, y'all, please, because look, what you're not gonna do is include me in some what is that? What is that? What? You said you what? Duct taped and what is going on? Please take me out. So that's how we got here. Y'all, my life is hilarious. I swear to you. Cannot make that shit up. Sounds made up, doesn't it? Anyway, after I requested they take me out the XA triangle of whatever they got going on, I blocked his number. But yeah, um, the lady whose car I hit, she got her coin. All is well. These people crazy. Anyway, anywho, past story time. Thank you for listening. Hit the like button. I got plenty more than came from, and I'm sure there'll be more. Usually it's a date night story. I didn't go on no dates because I was tired. I was working and too busy trying to pay people back whose cars I clearly hit over and over again out of psychosis. I don't know what I had going on. Very unclear. Um, but yeah, I do have a scratch on the side of my car that I do not plan on fixing because it's an older car and it's very faint. Even though it made more of a noise than what the damage looks like. It's not getting fixed though. Ride's good. Anywho, so that was my story time. Do I have okay, yeah. Y'all just got to pray for me and all these things that I go through. And I tell you, I do it with such grace. Okay? I do it with such grace and beauty and just, you know. All right, now Papoose and Clarissa. Woo, Lord. My life is a movie. It's just hilarious. I love it. I absolutely love it. Papoose and Clarissa. So they are a couple that have been coupling for a hot little minute. If y'all don't know, Papoose is Remy Ma, the rapper, who I think is also another beauty. Um, ex-husband, and they're alleged. I don't even know if they broke up, and I don't even. Are they still married? Anyway, I believe they are, but that's none of my business because people do what they want to do. But yes, I will judge. Um, this is gonna this is getting into a whole nother phase of anything. Here's another lesson. When somebody shows you that they don't like you, could you please leave them alone? Excuse me. That story time really did something to my throat. When people show you they don't like you and continuously do it and avoid affection and all these other things, I don't know why. First of all, mind you, they're engaged. Again, I didn't even know the divorce had went through with Remy, but okay, let's assume it is. All right, let's assume it is. Are we gonna ignore and pretend that we don't know Clarissa's a little slow? Are are we all just gonna pretend like she didn't ride the short bus or was adjacent to it? Short bus, shawty, short. Are we gonna pretend like we don't know Papoose is with her because he needed a financial secure woman because he no longer had Remy? Short bus, shawty, short bus. Baby, the way she takes up for that man and the way he don't pay her no attention needs to be studied. Okay? The way and she comes on this thing and everything is very cringe. It gives oh my god. Ooh baby. It gives very much I ain't never had a not a boyfriend because she might have had one, but she ain't never had um something is off. Okay, something is off. If y'all ever look at Clarissa's what do you call it? If you ever look at her lives, it's so I feel bad watching her. Okay, let's do that because y'all know I got plenty of common sense. I might not be the smartest academically, and even then I'm gonna excel and like jump hurdles over some of y'all basic ass mother. I'm not cussing, okay? But I will say, it's just I feel like I'm losing every piece of common sense without this. I feel so bad for her. I just want to like put my arms around her and escort her to the slow classroom. Like where they do the additional work and they have tutors and stuff. That's what she reminds me of. She reminds me of being in that extra and there's nothing wrong with that. Because if some of y'all are watching, that's fine. That's fine. But I'm just saying, just be, a little accountable for your slowness. That's all I'm saying. She's giving very much, and Papoose, like, he's not into her. Honey, the things she get excited about are things that we got excited about when we were in kindergarten. It's just very, very odd for me. It's very, it's uncomfortable as F. Like, it just is. Um, do you feel the love between Papoose and Carlissa? Is that her name, Jesus? Is her name? Is it? I didn't say Carlissa. Is it Carlissa or Clarissa? It might be Carlissa, and I'm thinking Clarissa explains it all. And honey, she don't explain the goddamn. Sorry, she doesn't explain very much because it seems as though some areas she's a little incompetent. But I digress. Okay. No. That's not that type of. Did I say too much? Because sometimes and this is me sober. So this is why I said sometimes drinking actually makes me nicer. Can you believe that? It does. Oh man, yes, he filed in 2025. Okay, so he filed. So Red Fox did confirm that Papoose and Remy Ma are divorced. That is good. That I am proud. Because many celebrities don't do that because Offset and Cardi B, they're not even on the list today. Offset and Cardi B, he's still trying to get in her pockets. May 2025. Thank you, Red Fox. Would you like to expose it? Some men like them slow. And you're right. Some men do like them slow because hey, did y'all not hear Carlos Miller? He said he would take a pretty dumb bitch that fits the aesthetic and in the rooms he walk in looks hella good. Then a tip drill. Okay? Then a little mud duck or in the face, but intellectual. He said no. So this is a thing, and all the men was like, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Shoot, we don't care about the brains. We could excuse. And this is why y'all see this is why I ain't got no because I'm beauty and brains. And if that's how men feel, then they ain't giving brains. And I used to have this one. He was very fine. I ain't gonna say he was dumb, but he might struggle to spell Minnesota. You know what I'm saying? Like that. But very fine though. But that's not gonna be for me. Period. Absolutely. OT said hi. Hello, anonymous. But see, yeah, here's the thing. I just think that with Virgo stuff. Okay, we do that a sapiosexual here. If y'all can't tell, very well rounded. You better get into it if you gonna come over here and think you finna enter in any of these legs. Okay, nope, them days over. Now I didn't have to mess with some dummies. But that's you see, and where they at? I left them. Okay, but yeah, Papoose and Carlissa. Carlissa's it's just, and then stop being so excited over stuff that's just so it ain't nothing to be excited over. You I can't because I be done went too far. Let me see. I told my story. Um, as far as the Black Friday, what time am I at? I'm doing good. As far as the Black Friday specials, we were supposed to be boycotting. Um, Girl, I'm loving the fit. Thank you. We were supposed to be boycotting. Hello, that one chick. Yeah, we were supposed to be boycotting Black Friday, and supposedly the numbers came in, and we're hearing different things. Blah blah blah. I don't believe the numbers. Just like Trump be like, and we have millions and billions and billions and billions of dollars. Just like he be lying and making up numbers. I believe one report saying it's one of the best Black Fridays we've ever done. Now, first of all, they're gonna make the narrative whatever they want to, and I need y'all to know this going forward. We're gonna wrap it up with on this note, but not wrap it up, just this section, but and get your questions ready. We gotta have a Q&A, okay? We gotta have a Q&A. But um y'all know statistics can be manipulated, right? And if they want the narrative to say a certain thing because they need more out of us or just to go with their agenda because they needed to go, that's what they're going to do. Now they're saying that this was the best. I don't really feel like it's the best because they already knew that so many people were going to boycott because we're like the pout, because a lot of people are asking like, why are we boycotting, what happened, like I got money I could do. We were doing this boycotting Black Friday to put our coins in our pockets and hurt them. Okay, all of y'all, a lot of people will talk about a lot of people be talking about, like I'll say all the time, how can I help, blah blah blah, this is BS, the country, the economy, the da da da. And then when we try to do something in solidarity and we do something in unity, y'all have so much pushback and so much dumb shit to say. Oh, there she go cussing again, because I get very upset, I get very frustrated with y'all a lot. If you're going to want change on a grand level, it has to be a lot of it done in a lot of numbers with this putting in the pocket, not spending out. Are we getting this? I didn't participate in Black Friday. I didn't. Now I did look under the sales, and I think one of these sales when we get off here, I am gonna look at. But hopefully, I have enough discipline to not participate. But it just depends on how drastic it is. But what I'm saying is, overall, I will tell y'all this. Overall, I don't spend nearly as much as what I used to. I don't shop as much. In Target, I still don't go there. So yeah, I understood that assignment, and now they just completely out of my system to the point I don't even need them. I'm so used to them to omitting them that they're not an option. So that I did. And I know it's supposed to be, boycotting Amazon, all these companies who took DEI out and all this. But if y'all always have an excuse, if y'all always have a reason, always a pushback, well, I mean, that's just the companies you know of. All the companies probably got it, da da da. They will never. Then shut the f up when you frustrated with some of these decisions and choices that they're making. If you're not even going to have pushback or stand up for anything, please shut the f up. Because if you're going to complain and do all this, but you never do anything personally to say, oh, I'm pushing back, I don't want to participate, I'm boycotting that. If you don't do that, don't F with me. Like, stop talking. Your opinion doesn't even matter if you're not even participating. I said, I don't do every boycott, but the ones that I can do, I do. The platform that I'm on, I talk about these things. I try to tell people, hey, let's listen. Let's not participate in that. You can, but I'm not. And this is why I think you shouldn't. That's it. I can't force you to do nothing. But you got to stand for something or you'll fall for what? Anything and everything. That's my opinion. Y'all got to grow some backbones. Y'all got to become a little bit more mature. You got to have some purpose and know that some things are worth standing up for. But a lot of us are having an issue with that because if it's not on your front door, if it's not personally happening to you, and that's not good, why do you have to wait until then? Why are you not proactive, but you want to be reactive? I told you I have a problem with that. People who are reactive and not proactive, you're the problem. I don't like that. And that's why your life looked the way it do. And I started to say a cuss word there because that would have been a good spot to put a couple in there because y'all really be pissing me off. I told y'all that. I don't even. Anyway, something else that isn't on the list is Kanika Jenkins. Do y'all remember Kanika Jenkins? So, Kanika Jenkins was a pretty black girl. whose body when she was roaming in the hotel. Y'all remember that? Kanika Jenkins. I don't remember the details of the story. I just know she was with her friends in some kind of way. They say she ended up in the freezer. Y'all remember that? Tell me if y'all remember that story. Thank you, Jeanette. Anything was the correct answer. So Kanika Jenkins, mama. Okay, y'all messing any other hell. Let me mess in this. I love it. Ah, she free. Look at freedom. I feel free, and it ain't died. So, but anyway, Kanika Jenkins was the girl that they found in the freezer. Let me see if y'all remember this story. Hello, hello. Do y'all remember? Anyway, she was found in the freezer. No, you can't see my outfit. And um they said that her death was suspicious and her mom started an investigation and all this other stuff, right? Do y'all know her mom came out? I don't think this isn't alleged. I haven't looked at it, but I'll say alleged anyway. I say everything's alleged, but I believe, I be multitasking, okay? I work a 9 to 5 in property management. I'm a mama, a lot be going on, even though my life is pretty darn peaceful, but still, it's a lot to juggle. So they're saying the mama came out, and the mama is just like her karma. 8 years, how long was it? 8 years ago, and she came out, and she just had to tell the people that, honey, they offered her money. I believe she got 11 million. So y'all know where I'm finna go. Let me. Y'all want to know what lesson we finna be on now? That's what I'm gonna start doing. These is lessons. Professor Empress got some. So she's saying that they paid her to stop the investigation, which means she knows what she said. She knows what happened to her daughter. Let greed. Let me tell y'all something. When y'all can put price tags on things that you supposedly unconditionally love, you deserve to get up out of here. When y'all can put a price tag on something that didn't ask to be here, but you created, and they what? And now people are saying the only reason why she's coming out is because the money is dried up. I'm glad. It should have dried up sooner. I hope you struggle. And I hope your spirit is in turmoil, which it probably is. I hope Kanika Jenkins just be just haunting the HE double hockey sticks out of her mama and them people. And they paid the family, they said. Gave them what? Oh Lord, I just don't understand. Y'all have to learn that um when you do bad things to people, bad is gonna come back on you some kind of way. I know some of y'all don't believe in karma, some of y'all do, whatever. Even if it doesn't come back to you in that form, even if it taunts you. Um where's my did the game go? What time is it? I don't know what that is. But even if it taunts you or haunts you or so it's going to eat you up as it should because you're doing things that you shouldn't be doing and you're ugly person. Okay? It's so hard not to because I don't see how people I just get too anyway. Um but y'all have like they say money is the root of all evil. Money is not the root of all evil. We know that money is actually a tool and it can be good. That they even that saying is wrong because they brainwashing you with that. It's not the root of all evil. It's the people behind it. It's the greed of money. It's the greed of money. Hello, hello. It's the greed of money. So I would, and we understand. We live in a I told y'all this. We live in a capitalistic world. We know this capitalism is big time in all countries, especially USA. We live here. We know it. We experience it. We know there has to be boundaries. Y'all got boundaries in all areas of y'all life, but some areas y'all don't have boundaries. There needs to be boundaries on what you're willing to do for money and what you're not. Some of y'all morals out the motherfucking window. And you wasn't even born with none, honestly. Because your mama ain't have none. But that's none of my business. Your daddy either. I would never condone anything like that. And I asked my kids, I was like, if it was $1 billion, da 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 da. Of course they whatever. They'd be silly. It was like, man, no. That's because certain things need to be priceless. In the rich, we know what real people who experience rich. I'm rich. I'm rich in spirit, not finance. Rich. You know, my family is alive and well. My kids are great, beautiful children, beautiful grands. I live a drama-free life. I have great friends. Like, okay. Anyway, getting on to the next thing, which I completely skipped over. Woo! And this is the one that's gonna be a doozy. Okay, so I don't know what's y'all's religion on here. Everybody that's up here, what is your religion? Tell me now, what is your religion? What do you believe in? Just out of curiosity. You know, I'm not here to bash, but we are going to talk about the girl who stood up in church and they said, we're going to pass the mic around. Okay, and let me give you a context. Why y'all telling me what your religion is? Why you tell me what your religion? There was a girl, let me give you the story. You know, I can set this picture if y'all haven't seen it. I think it was on TikTok. I don't know. Very triggering for me. All right, short story background. I'm a church girl. Okay, mom was the youth leader. So you know, over the plays and all the youth department activities, that was my mama. So I was always the one helping in the star and had to do the most, right? And I did this from age 6 until I'm gonna say I stopped going to church around early 20s because I would have stopped before them, but because you're so brainwashed, you feel very convicted, like you'll go to hell. Which don't get me started. If you stop going and all these other things, because that's how I was raised. Okay, in my head, that's what it is. But yeah, so I'm a good, like, reciting scriptures. We had scripture relay races and all these things. We had competitions with the disciples, see who could raise the most money. We did plays and all these other things. Da, 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 da. One thing about the church is, oh, I gotta tell y'all what happened before I get to church. So I'm just telling you that's my background. I know a lot about it. Okay, I ate, slept, breathed everything church, everything Christianity. So Christianity, holiness, Pentecostal is what I was raised. That is my text. Let me see if anybody responded. Jeanette said Christ. Is that Christian, Jeanette? What's y'all's religion? Anyway, so the girl, just like we used to have performances, okay, and they used to pass around the mic, and they'd be like, "So, kids, we're gonna pass around the mic, and we're gonna tell you what you're gonna tell everyone what you're thankful for, right?" Okay, that's cool, right? But it's cool, good start, fine. As a child, I wouldn't have no problem with that. But then the stipulations were, we're not gonna talk about the toys that we're thankful for. We're not gonna talk about the money. We're not gonna talk about already control, already control in place. So y'all gonna send the mic around and tell the kids to say what they're thankful for, but these certain things they can't, already mentally effed up. Okay, this was my childhood already telling me and controlling me and making me feel bad about the things I might want to say. Anyway, the girl continues on to say something, and one of the things she just said was she is thankful for her stepmother because her stepmother is a better listener than her mother. What was wrong with that? Hold on a second. And I'm going to try to do this one without cursing, but y'all know this is a little touchy spot for me. But yeah, what was wrong with that? Okay, so there was nothing wrong with it. Absolutely nothing. That little girl had every right to express herself because you asked the MFing question and I answered it. Now, why are you controlling my answer is absolutely ludicrous, absurd, and ungodly, in my opinion. Okay? Because my God doesn't work like that at all. The mother then gets upset and says, No, 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 no. And then here comes another lady. I don't remember the details of it because I saw it a couple days ago. Anyway, here comes another lady saying that because of her response, saying that she was thankful for her stepmama because she listened better. She said the devil is in her and got to come on out and put that oil on her head. Y'all, this abuse, trauma. And this is just one incident. This is one incident that girl went through. You don't know what happens you don't know what happens repeatedly, repetitively, repeatedly, whatever. You don't know what happens at the church, but that was just one incident that we saw. Very unhealthy. And they said something was wrong with that girl to respond her truth. Instead of saying, oh, Lord, you know who would have been the bad person for me in that situation? You think I would have been mad at the little, who y'all think I would have been mad at? When the little girl said, who do y'all think I would have been mad at? Correct. The Emma effing mother. Because the nerve of you, and let me tell you something, not one person in that church did anything. But if you get the Godiva Empress, aka Monique, that she is today, sitting in that pew at that church, baby, they would have you think they was oiling her up. Inappropriate. And it's just so sad. And I get it. Like, first of all, Christianity, I don't think Christianity was supposed to be what it turned out to be. I think y'all took this and went way to the left with it and made it something so ugly. I really do. I really do. It is, that is the, and y'all don't get that. You know, first of all, it's a red flag that I would have the same religion as Trump. Start there. That makes absolutely no sense. Because if he say he like, so y'all y'all both, so you and Trump, like, but God is love. Again, I go back to that, God is love. Anyway, the way they did that girl was absolutely unacceptable. And I wish I could help that, but the way they dragging that church on TikTok, the way they dragging that church, that mama needs to take accountability. What should have happened is the church should have been like, oh Lord, well, Tammy, Tammy, we need to talk to you. Because she more, and I mean, it's a conversation. And it doesn't matter if it, what her response, let's talk about it. You can't control people. And that's another thing people be trying to do. It took me forever to realize that a lot of my family members are controlling. And I pray to God that girl gets freedom way earlier than what I did. Way earlier. I was in my late 30s when I finally could break free and be like, okay, I'm gonna be okay if I say to my family, I don't want no parts of this no more. I don't want to be the same faith that y'all want to be in. It takes a bold person to do that. I pray that little girl gets free and she does not have to suffer and go through that. That is abuse. And that mother is going to get everything that she deserves. If I got anything to do with it in the spiritual realm, she going to get everything she deserves. What I tell y'all, you don't treat people ugly. You don't. And that's just a problem that a lot of parents, especially boomers, and I don't think she was a boomer. She was right under the boomer. What's that, Gen X? Whatever. But I think that these conversations need to be had. One thing that I did do right, that I said if I didn't do anything else right, I was sure that I was a good parent. But for y'all not to have conversations with things y'all created that didn't ask to be here. And to take them through there. You shouldn't be take your kids through there. You shouldn't be doing that. You are the problem. But you don't want to take no accountability. So not only are you the bitter whatever your life, because your life probably effed up too. You're going to put that on your children. Listen, escuchamos to your children. No, we're not going to say everything that you like. That's not the point of conversation. The point of conversation in any relationship is not that, oh, we're going to talk so we can agree. No, We're talking, communicating to understand. I need to understand it. Oh, we need to talk about this. If my child said that, whoa, 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 it's gonna hurt a little bit. But that's when your emotional intelligence, which that mama did not have, emotional intelligence kicks into play and be like, oh, God, that hurt. I need to tighten up. We need to have this conversation. My kids give me a report card. I asked them since they were little. I've started this with them. So what's my grade? I've never gotten anything below a B. And a B is when they asked for something money wise and didn't get it. We laugh about it. But yeah, what I tell y'all, some of y'all unfit parents. That is why would you do that to that girl like that? Why would you do that to that girl like that? Why? And then the rest of y'all raggedy ASS people that was in that church that just sat and watched that girl be tormented like that. Did you see her face? Yes, I grew up like that, where people just watch the pastor just talk about me from the pulpit. Watch them talk about the different family members from the pulpit, passive aggressively and subliminally, but not really, because you're telling our business. And y'all think that's healthy? That the God you serve? What? It's some people, I promise to goodness, I would slap the SHIT out of if I was to see today. Okay. And one thing about the church is that I don't like is your silence. You don't have opinions. They don't want to communicate. They're going to put you in something. Whether you have questions or not, you can ask those questions. If you don't feel the way whoever is raising you in that field, hush up. This is a freaking dictatorship, sweetheart. Okay. You're going to do what I say. And that's the church. Like, do what I say. No, that's not healthy. It's 2025. Stop doing that to kids. And the crazy thing is, I felt like I had an upper hand because I was a church girl. When I was younger, so like I had an upper hand. Not that I was better, but I was more polished and I had less trauma because I was in church. And my mom, we wasn't in the hood. We wasn't in none of that. So I felt like, yeah, I got it more together than them. Their parents beating them and cussing at them. And I didn't have that. I was just going to church. Until you get older and be like, oh, so yours is a little mental and spiritual, though. You got that kind of trauma that you ain't know nothing about. Y'all better stop doing this to these kids. And like I said, I pray to God that she don't have to realize that when she gets grown. I hope she get that lesson before then. But y'all better do better. The adults. Yeah, the adults were acting crazy. Like there was were those adults? And they were, but they were immature. They were very basic, stuck in their minds, very in the box, very needing to be cultured just a little bit more. Yeah. And I pray that girl turns out to be okay. Moral of the story is have a mind of your own. Stop bullying your children. Be a better parent. Take accountability. Okay? That's what it is. Take accountability. Say it with me. Take accountability. And y'all know I'm big on that. Y'all know over here we transparent. Okay? We ain't gonna tell all of our business, but we got a story for everything. So some stuff we got a story for. We got lessons that I learned that you don't even have to do. And one of them is make sure you have good relationships with your children. Make sure you have a mind of your own. With this last trauma comes in all kinds of ways. You could have never told me that I had trauma. Ever. Me? I'm good. Like I said, I live in a nice house. I'm in the suburbs. Like, what? We good. Okay, we good. I wear nice clothes to school. People love me. I'm the cool girl. I'm on the flag team. Like, life is good. I go to church, but child, on them church conventions, them youth conventions, we was just as freaky. Playing with each other, messing with each other on them church trips, getting back 2-3 in the morning from them church trips, and them having to go to school the next day, wake up at 6. Like, all of that is a lot. All of that is a lot. We didn't get no passes. No. So what? We got back from that visiting church at 3 in the morning. You got to go to school and wake up at 6. What? And did this constantly, and as a child. So certain stuff, y'all gotta break away from things that make sense. At some point, logic has to override rituals, cults, routine. Has to. 2025, we got to do better. This church stuff, we got to do better. And there are plenty of good churches that do good things. But a lot of them, they're not mentally doing the right thing. You getting pushed down till I'm knocked down to say I passed out in the Holy Spirit. Excuse me. And I was the stubborn one, like, I don't want to fall because you pushing me. But our folks thought that was okay. Interesting. It'll never happen with me. It'll never happen with me. Take accountability. Exactly. Take accountability. So yeah, it's a lot of things that the church has a long way to go, but a lot of people have left the church because there's not a lot of authenticity. There's not a lot of realness. There's not a lot of accountability in the church. It's just not. And then the crazy thing is, I got a question for y'all. If the church is what it is, why is there so many? Now, the church pushes marriage. Nevertheless, there are so many single people in the church, but that's the place where all the good ones should be. Out of all them people sitting in that pew, they're the good ones. Nobody's being matched up or nothing. The God is not bringing them together. Huh? That's a huge cesspot of single black women. Isn't that something? Isn't that something? So yeah, I will say this. Y'all need to do better. In general, everybody. My goal is always, and for myself, and it will be for you as well, to make sure you are the best version of yourself. So that means every day strive to be the best. Every day strive to be better. I do. And I recommend that you do the same. And that's in all areas. That's for religion. That's for parenting. That's for relationships. That's romantic relationships. That's for your job. That's for just do better. All right. Until next time, it's me, Godiva Empress. I will see y'all next Sunday. Happy Sunday. Love y'all. Now, if you don't love me, I don't love you back. But y'all happy Sunday. Bye, y'all.